Well, welcome to another stream. I'm going for 3 streams tonight. I'm being greedy. Early stream right now to more Mars build. We've got a little bit of lift work to do, so I think I'll get it in and have a quick stream before we do the solo survival. So if you managed to join us, great, thank you, welcome to the stream. And if you're watching this recorded, don't worry, I'll forgive you. On the stream as always, we've got Adam. Say hello, Adam.
Hello, Adam.
Hey, alright, Adam, how you doing, mate?
You good? Yeah.
Good. Well, we're going to fire up this save game we've got here with the Mars build. And while it's loading up, let's have a quick look at who's in chat. We've got anybody in chat? We've got a couple of watchers. 3 watchers? Possibly 4? 3 watchers? Who have we got in chat today? I'm placing my bets. I've got a feeling Josh might be there. I think it might be a bit too early for Groove Star. Chris, the long name starting with Chris with a K. I can't remember what that was. Yeah, man, who's there? Right, we're loaded up. Okay, we was doing the GPS locations for the elevator because we right at the end of yesterday's episode we gave it a quick blast up to the top level and it worked awesome. We just need to amend that top level because it's down by 1 block. And then we need to work out how many we added each time, so we can always stand on the block and then work out the correct amount. That makes sense. That doesn't look like it's... Oh, it's dropping at the moment, isn't it? It didn't lock the gears. Better quickly load that. Let's put it up to where it needs to go. What am I doing? I need to do the remote control up to there and start it on auto, don't I? On. There you go. Watch that come up. And then it slows down just as it gets to the point. It's going to stop there. Awesome. Now, it needs to put the gear on as soon as it stops, really, doesn't it?
Pretty much.
Let's set up actions. Level 3. Set up actions. When it gets there, it needs to turn on the landing gears. Yeah, lock. That's cool. And then the activation button I'm going to use will unlock that before it does it, so it'll be a bit of timer blocked as well. Awesome. So let's do it again then. Autopilot on, it should go up, but then lock autopilot. There you go, your head and click on. There you go, landing gear on. That's awesome. Right, okay. Now we need to figure out how much higher we want to go. If I remember rightly, it's basically a block, isn't it?
Looks like it.
It's just over a block actually, isn't it?
Just.
How high is a block? About 2.5 meters or something?
Yes.
Duke.
Probably looking at about 2.8. 2.7. No.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. Let's add 3 for now and see where that takes us. Looking at here. We did a GPS location. It's this one over here, isn't it? That's the up. You can see the GPS location there. Let's, in that case, you know what? I never thought about this. I suppose you can go in here and edit it here, can't you? Now, what is that? Is that literally going to be a case of adding 3 to that? Add 3 to that. Okay, let's see if that flew away a long way away. Oh, you know what? I did this yesterday, didn't I? It's not Z. I know this. I know my X, Y, Z. I don't know why I keep thinking this game. That should be its Y axis. So that should go to 40. We're adding 4 to it. Ah, 3 to it, aren't we?
Yes.
But let's go to 9. I've had a long day of coding, so excuse me if my brain's fried. There you go. No, see, look, Y is wrong. It's gone this way. X is up, isn't it? No, Y is up. X is horizontal, Y is up. I'll be doing it in space, I guess. Yeah, because it could be the poles and that kind of stuff. It's not relative to the centre of the Earth, I guess. Okay, that's interesting. So it's going to be the X-axis then. So add 3 to that, take it up to 10. Hoping that's 3 years in meters, but I don't think it's gone down.
We need to take 3 off then. Down.
Does that make sense to you?
No.
Oh, it's a location in the universe, isn't it, basically? Which means that's not going to be exactly up and down, is it? That could be a problem. We really do need to actually grab it where it is. Added 3 to that and it went down. It's 04. So 04, let's see where it goes to. Up there and over to the side. You know what? I think we're going to have to just stand there and get the GPS for each one. It's going to be a lot easier than trying to guess it.
Yeah, it looks like it.
It's moved to the side as well, which means it's kind of like the XYZ is kind of an angle like that. Okay, so I guess we put the lift where we want it to be, and then drop it down a block and then stand there, I suppose. So let's stand on top of this block, get an idea, and I'll show off my nice new suit while I'm at it. I can't see it very well, but I've got a metallic suit now. I decided to buy it last night. Can't really see it.
You can't really see it.
You know what? I'll show it off. Does look pretty good. It's how I expected the glamour one to look when I had it in orange, actually. But I got the glamour one as well, and it just looked horrible. This is a really weird thing with the colours. Look at that. Nice gold. Good old gold, but cool. Like orange reflective grey. It looks pretty cool.
Yep.
I'm happy with that. Better than the gold. So look at that. And hopefully I can annoy Trent with it. It looks a bit flashier than the orange.
It don't, there's something wrong.
Yeah. We'll try harder. Right, okay, so I think if we get it into position, first of all I'm going to stand over here. Let's turn this off, go to external view. Right, we're going to stand straight on top of this bit here, so it's right over it. I think it's actually that is the point, isn't it? That little circle bit, centre of the block. We're trying to get centred as possible because I don't want it glitching out trying to go sideways, do we? Okay, so do that. Press K, go to GPS, and new from current position. Hit that there. That is now level 3, but it's not. It needs to go up a bit more. It's just for test, so we'll put test. Get rid of that one because we don't need it. Okay, so now we can see where that is. It's actually where our feet are. It places it at our feet. Just underneath our feet, actually. That's a nice way of referencing it then. So basically the top of that block is where we want it to be. If we literally... Oh, that's not where it's going to stop though, is it? Let's see where it stops now, so we know how much further it needs to be. Is that going to stop in the middle of the block, or is that literally going to stop there? So let's go to the lift. Let's take the landing gear. Lift landing gears off. Interesting. And then go to the remote. And then turn the autopilot on. Ah, that's not going to work because we need to now set it. Move. Add. Up action. Groups. Landing gear. Lock. Right, now we shall trigger autopilot. And it's there. That is basically where it is. So we should be able to set it where it's going to be then and stand on it. It's when it hits that little bit at the front, really, isn't it? That's basically the sensor there, isn't it? If I stand on it, so I put where it needs to be exactly, stand on top of that, set the GPS. That's nice and easy. Although I'm a bit concerned because look at the landing gear. Did I turn them off? I did, didn't I? I've done that again. Wiggle block on. There you go. Landing gear's on there. Cool. Right, so that should be the level we want to do that. Right, so we know that now. Let's get the lift to where it needs to be. I need to see the roof up there and the floor. I'm pretty sure we're not going to do too much damage if I go slow, so let's get this perfect now. This should be quite easy to do now, really.
Theoretically, it should.
Theoretically, yeah. So, lift landing gears, unlock. Yep.
Yay, first person in chat. Joshua.
Hey Josh, what's up mate? Mr. Golden Walls. I wonder if you're going to go gold tonight. You're going to be on the build-off tonight, mate, on the third stream. It'll be in about, what is it? What? 3.5 hours time, is that right? Yeah, 3.5 hours time we'll do the build-off. It's going to be a dogfight one tonight. We're just going to load up a fresh environment. It's going to be atmospheric. And go for an hour to an hour and a half just to build yourself a dogfighter. And then whoever's in the game, when the timer's up, we're just gonna all try and kill each other and the last man standing, basically. Right. Let's control this. And it should be up his forwards. Yes, it is. Good. And I've got number 1 to press, ready to toggle them. I just realised I got that. Ideally, we want that to be.
Yeah, I want it.
About there. Oh, it's a bit of a dip there. How high can I go though? Because I don't want it to hit the ceiling. Ah, that's alright, isn't it? Get away with that.
Yeah. Joshua wants to know, is it deep space or Atmo? It'll be Atmo.
It'll be Atmo, yeah. And there's no pasting, you've got to build it there and then. So don't be practicing, mister.
Trent.
Sorry, Trent? What about Trent? Oh, Trent, yeah. He thinks he's going to...
First thing he said, he was going to paste one in. He's like, yeah, no, you've got to build it.
And now he's decided he's going to build it. Is that the same anyway?
Yeah, pretty much.
We're all going to have to gang up on him first, take him out, and then take each other out. That'd be a good way of doing it. You know he's going to have the unfair advantage. It'll be, yeah, we'll take him out, and then we can turn on each other. Okay, so this is the perfect place for level 3 then. So let's go and stand on that block again. And as you can see, the level 3 marker is now there, so that's how much higher we went. So let's stand on here, let's go to external views to be sure. Sideway.
Yeah, Joshua might win this.
Oh, you're proving my wacky creation works. True, he'll just put a few blocks and paint them gold and we'll die from blindness. GPS. Right, let's get rid of that one. Let's do new from current position. And that is now going to be level 3. Awesome. Show on HUD. Yeah, show on HUD for now. We can sort them out later.
Joshua says he's going silver this time.
Going silver. Oh, Josh, guess what? I brought the glamour suit in the end. I'm still waiting for that trade to do that we did. That hasn't come through. So I just brought all the glamour parts and I brought all the metallic parts, and the glamour looks rubbish. It looks rubbish in orange. It goes like a green colour as well, which is really terrible, and I can't get the shade right. So I brought the metallics outfit, and that's the one I'm wearing now, so it's pretty cool. But cheers for the trade anyway, mate. I've got a load of carpet stuff as well now. I sort of found how you can what they call, you trade it in with the actual game, get like points, tokens, and then you can craft new things. And I've crafted tons of carpet suit, and it's horrible.
There's recycle.
Okay.
I've got a gold suit.
The up and down is going to be slightly different by the distance of 2 blocks, I'd imagine. If we can find how big 2 blocks are, now we're going to have to place them, aren't we? That's going to be interesting. So we want the up values really for these levels for now. That'll make it easier. But we've done this one anyway, so that's good. Let's go back to the lift, and whilst we're here, set the actual remote.
Won't the down value be the same as the up value of where you're trying to go to?
No, because the remote blocks are a block apart and facing a different direction.
Ah, right, yeah.
Those 2 blocks apart, because it seems to be they go to the waypoint in front of the block. Actually, I've got a funny feeling it might actually go to the centre of the block because it's already close enough. He didn't bother moving.
Maybe.
Possibly, yeah. Speed limit 4. You know what? Let's just add to all of them. Before I forget. Oh, it's already done that. I already did that, didn't I? Oh, 3.5. Yeah, I already did that. Good. So this one here is going to that waypoint. And when it gets there, the action it needs to do is lock the landing gear. Now any buttons we press to call it will unlock the landing gear, activate the relevant timer at that level. So that's that one. Hopefully that's not going to crash through the ceiling. Okay, let's now go down to, this is level 3, so 2, 1, this is, the next level is going to be the one with the doors, isn't it? The landing paddy things. So let's take this down.
Oh, that was a technical term, apparently.
Yeah, that was a technical term, so sorry if I'm using technical terms, guys, but you know. So, up to, hello, I've got, oh yeah, I don't need an up -1, do I? Because that's what we figured out, that's right. So up number 2 is the next one I'm going to do. I'm going down to it, but I want to configure it as if I was going up to it. So, remote up to, so they're all one way, haven't they? They did one way forward, yeah, cool. The camera helps make it more precise, doesn't it? Never really looked into that. Let's add the group landing gear because that helps. It's locked at the moment. Let's unlock it and then let's go down. I love how smooth this is. I noticed as well before I started the game this afternoon, it did the update, the Keen update. I don't know what they've updated, but nothing seems to be broken so far, so that's good news, I suppose.
On this game.
Right.
Haven't got your other saves yet.
Yeah, true. Free them to try it tonight. Or one new one, 2 saves. Right, we should be there any second. There we go. There's the top of the door.
That in a fresh server room for the.
Yeah, I'm going to quickly start up a new
Build
single game and then bung it onto the server, and that'll be good.
Without all the base.
Yeah, I think this. Is that about right? About.
Probably up a bit more.
I'm thinking there. I'm just looking at the angle I'm at. That needs to be level with the top of that. Right, that's about right, isn't it? Because this, what I'm standing on now, this level needs to be level with the top of that bit there. That looks about right.
Yes. Not far off.
That's good enough. As long as you can climb through there, it's cool. Okay, let's. Oh, you know what? I'm stuck in here. I can't get up there, can I? I'm gonna have to F8 it. Just right underneath here. Okay, let's control space it. F6. Right. Okay, so this is this one we want to be on top of now. Second block. This is floor number 2. I'm glad I lined them up the way I did because it makes it so much easier to keep your head on.
Joshua has a request.
Oh dear.
Where's the no 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 song?
Yeah. Is that what it is? Where's the no no
That's
song?
what I said, yeah.
It's in the playlist. We'll just wait for it to turn up and cause us grief. It will be there though. Okay, new from current position. Oh, it's annoying. Every time I press a new GPS, it does that noise if there's a. Call it.
You're on about the...
Unidentified doobie, what's it?
Yeah.
Another technical term. Sorry guys, keep up with me. Level 2.
Nah, it's more for the moment.
Actually, could go down this way, couldn't I? Think about that. Okay, I've done level 2. Yeah, the moment would be nice, but I'm not gonna have any problems. Don't want any problems. Right, I'm going to go up to 3 now just to test that works. But first of all, I'm going to quickly set this one up. Add. Get to level 2, set up action. I want gear to lock. Okay, alright. In the lift, I want landing gear, lift landing gears to be unlocked. And now I go to remote up 3. Let's hit autopilot. Autopilot. Oh, you were joking me. Why doesn't that want to work? Lift landing gears. Unlock. They're unlocked. Lift wheels are on. Steering, propulsion, all that stuff's there. Working just now. Remote. Remote. Why should I say remote 11 up? Didn't get rid of that, did I? Okay, so that's on one-way forwards. Speed limit floor. Go to there. That's the ones available. Let's reset waypoint. Maybe that's what it on. Yeah, reset waypoint. So once it's left, it needs to reset the waypoint. Okay. Gotta remember that, reset waypoint. But this is looking nice. Decent speed. So it doesn't crash. I'm really liking it. Let's put some lights in the lift, don't we? Oh, that was quite sudden. I think it did actually overshoot, because that's quite a bit higher. It definitely hit the top. So yeah, that's a little bit of a worry. Okay, let's go down below the second level, then come back up to it. That way we can see by how much it actually overshoots. And then we'll have to realign. That's a shame. Are you two talking to yourselves and chat, eh?
No, don't know what about. I'm innocent.
Unlock, remote, go for up to, seems that's the one I'm going to need to use. Reset the waypoint. I'm going to control it and go past where I need to go. Okay.
It says reduce the Y by 2.5 and it...
No, Josh, the X, Y and the Z aren't in line with the building. It's a global coordinate for the whole of the universe, so it doesn't line up with our orientation on the planet. We've already tried that one.
We thought it would be as easy as that, and it well, it wasn't.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
One ended up over the left and higher up.
Okay. As long as it's got enough room to get up to speed, which you show from here. Look at that with the windows, glass going up the side. That's awesome. That looks cool.
Place your bet, Joshua.
All right. Let's do. I can't do autopilot. Why not? Is it because I need to reset it again? Oh, it's because I'm still in control. There we go. Lift, remote. I can't wait for this to be all trigged up with buttons. It's so cool just hitting a button and the lift comes to you. I'll have an LCD screen as well, telling you it's on its way. That'd be so awesome. How
many floors you got? 5.
5 in total, yeah.
Anyway, it's not 4. 4 button panel would be perfect.
Yeah, true.
Oh well, you just have to do the singular ones.
Yeah. Why is this going so slow? Why are you going so slow now? That's picking up speed now. I wonder if it damaged blocks. How fast are we going? It's gradually picking up speed. I don't know what's going on there. Running perfectly fine just now. No. See, that stopped dead again as well. What happened to the nice slowing down? It's like keen have broken. When I want to use it, they've broken it. You're joking me? Yesterday, last night, it worked perfectly, didn't it?
Yeah, it slowed and then stopped nicely.
Oh, you know what it is? It's the landing gear, isn't it?
What do you reckon?
It triggers it when it hits the marker and then it just gradually slows to a stop. So I need to do a delay before the landing gear kick on. That's what it is, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to have to do timers everywhere, aren't I?
You've got space up top.
I've got space for everywhere.
Well,
I'm pretty sure that's what it is, though.
Thing though, don't you?
Hmm.
You need it on the lift. Joshua says you need a timer as well.
Right, let's try and reset this second one. I'm gonna guess it, I guess, really. Guess it. Let's reset waypoint. Let's take control. Go down. I'm gonna set it up to be a block past where it needs to be. So that's where I want it to be. It's gonna slow down. Let's go. Block's too much. Half a block. That kind of distance.
Worth a shot.
And I have to get rid of the whole landing gear thing, but put it on a timer. That'll be alright. It might be worth putting the timers by each level just so that I know where they are, but then it's a case of fitting it in, so I'll just find somewhere to put them all together. A control room. In fact, I might as well put in a dish at the top, actually have it as a control room. Makes sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's level 2 that we had. Yeah. Let's stand on here. So it's, yeah, up to my waist, isn't it, basically? That's a nice little identifier, actually. Them lights on my hips, that's the distance we need to go by. When I stand on the spot, that the level where it was, it's been hips. So that's how I have to do it anyway. That's a guide to bear in mind. Move from current position. Get rid of that one. Let's call this one level 2. Hope. Work.
Special says it's the engineer's center of gravity.
What is? Oh, the point, the height, yeah. Lift. Note. Do up. Rid of that.
It just looks like it might just be a case of ups and downs till you get it right. Once it's right, it's right.
Once it's right, it'd be fucking awesome. Can't wait for this to be working. No, I'm not doing it like, am I? I've got to do the timer block. Let's go and do the timer blocks. So I'm gonna need. Let's get to the top first before I think about this one, because I want to really refine this out as much as possible. Like really make it an awesome kind of thing. I'm going to. I think up here I'll make it just one. I've got all 4 though, haven't I? It might be worth leaving 4. I can make a control room in a quarter here, couldn't I? Let's do that.
What, midsection?
Well, I'll just do a corner here, which well, I don't know actually, yeah. Let's do it in symmetry, just legs of it, eh?
Have a
or a time.
Sort of a room where everyone congregates, and then you have your control room section, and on top of that you could have your living quarters.
Well, this needs to be for foot people, doesn't it really? So you come up here, walk around here, go steps up onto that level, and it's in quite a high room and go down to smaller. There'd be floor here. I should do a floor up really, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Let's do a floor up.
Antonio's here. Said, did somebody say pipe?
Pipe? Pipe? Who said pipe?
Oh.
Anyone say pipe? That floor, what level is that? That's the half block, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
So when it lines up, it's lined up with that. It's half a block out. That just really makes things easy. So that's 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5. Let's go that block, but let's go on the other side so I know where that is. So this could be the floor level. Actually makes sense having the floor level halfway, wouldn't it really?
Near enough, yeah.
Yeah, let's just go for a halfway mark. Just be simpler, wouldn't it? Make sense. Get to there. Where did I go from? This is a guide for where the floor is going to be, because I want to split this dish into 2 anyway, top and bottom. Right. Yeah. Not sure if I want to go inside that area or outside of it. In fact, I can go inside of it, can't I? Because the lift's not actually. Right, so basically if I try not to let the game slow me down. Okay. So I can have the control room anywhere around here, really, can't I?
Yes, you can.
That pause thing again. So, second floor, and I'll build up against one of these walls, I guess. I don't need to make it symmetrical up here, do I really? Should I?
What was that?
Should I make it symmetrical up here?
Doesn't have to be.
Have to be, is it? Okay, I won't make it symmetrical. Yeah, OCD commands me to, yeah. Which way's north? Let's set it north at least. That at least help my OCD feel a bit better about something. Where's that moon gone? Where's the moon? There's a sun, so that's got to be east or west. There's a moon that way. Now, does that mean north's that way or north's that way? North,
wherever your rock
north
was.
is that way, isn't it?
I think
The
that
sun's
rock
that
was
side.
slightly to the north.
Go a bit away. That moon's moved, I think. North is that way. Yeah, north is that way. Okay, we'll do it on this side. So, timer blocks. I'm gonna stack them, I think. So, thinking about just the third floor on its own, I need a timer block for when it stops. That's one. To call the lift in the first place, I'll switch a button which will trigger a timer block. That timer block will turn the landing gear off the lift wherever it is. And then call. Well, actually, no. The timer block has to be per level. What I'm calling. No, it doesn't. Yeah, timer block is for the level I'm on. So level 3 timer block, and it'll be the up timer block. I suppose up and down can be the same on timer blocks, can't they? So it'll be 1 timer block per level for calling it, and 1 timer block for it stopping. There should be 2 timer blocks per level then, shouldn't it?
Yeah, Joshua says 1 timer for when it, 1 for calling it.
So I think it's going to be it's going to be 10 basically, isn't it? So let's go.
O'Neill got lost.
Got lost. It'll make sense in a second. We're doing the elevator. There's a set of timer blocks.
This?
I haven't seen Antonio in this for a while, I think.
I haven't seen him in chat. Doesn't mean he hasn't watched.
True. But there's 10 timer blocks. Let's start using them. Okay, did we see where that went to? I've set. Oh, hello, what's going on? I shoved against the wall. Haunted me. Alright, so that's where we marked it, so it should go up a bit higher, which hopefully will do the job. Okay, let's get the timer blocks and name them now so we know what we're doing with them. Oh, it's not the lift, is it? Well, that's a point. Are we going to have problems here?
With?
Communicating with a lift from the building.
Antonio watched in secret.
Watched in secret. Yeah, the time blocks are on the base. The lift itself is a separate entity. We should be able to communicate with it. I can't think how for some reason.
Cameras?
Let's have a look. So it's up actions, groups, lights, box. There is nothing there for the lift.
Have to be on the lift then.
Which means the buttons have to be on the lift. You can send actions to separate grids and I can't for the life of me think how to do it. Oh, how do you do it? Gosh, he's having a look into it.
Yeah.
I
In a
can't
sec, he'll
think
figure it.
though. I mean, I suppose it would make sense having the timers on the lift anyway. Then it's just a case of triggering the timer from the button then.
That's the question. Can you trigger a timer from a button off the lift?
That's what I'm saying, we have to go via the antenna. We've got antenna on the lift and on... Oh, I know why we can't do it. Hang on. I don't know why. We turned the antenna off on here, didn't we?
Probably. You got a 9.
Oh no, they're all on. Assigns programmable block. Broadcast radius. Oh, okay, can I now...
Script.
Do I use in the script? Okay, I guess it's better than putting these blocks on the lift and then just calling them from the button. That way testing, I can just stand on the lift and call it from the remote. That's what I do. Which means building this up here was a waste of time. Hooray! Shouldn't need any more than 10 though anyway, so. Put them up here. In fact, that back wall they're attached to would have been good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That would have been perfect. Got room underneath. Underneath might be better.
Joshua says you should only need 6 timers.
Why should I need 6? Because he's thinking we've got 3 levels.
Possibly.
It needs to be 2 for every level.
Well, I'm waiting
and
for
we've
you
got 5
to...
levels. Sorry?
I'm waiting for you to go to the bottom floor and
we need to dig
remember.
It out.
Yeah.
1 for landing gears and 5 for level. No, you share. What you do is the landing gears is... That's the reason why we have a timer, because when you press a button to call the lift from whatever level you're at, you need to be activating the remote control that brings it to that level, whether it's up or down. Oh, that's the point. We've got the up or down to think of as well. I can't rely on the user hitting the right button either, can I? Guess what? Go on, Joshua. The song. Just I realised I need more timer blocks. Okay, so let's think about it this way. The timer block, when you hit a button, I just want one button then. I want one button on each floor that you press. Press that button, it will call the lift to you from wherever it is. I need to figure out a way then of it knowing whether it's going to go up or down. Because it needs to hit the right remote control. But you can't make a remote control work out whether it's backwards or forwards, because the remote control has a backwards or forwards motion. Once it's gone to that one place, it can't move anywhere else. You have to reset the remote control, so I have to use the 2 remote controls in different directions. So I have to make sure I call the right one depending on where it is. Ah, it's annoying. So I guess I need a sensor for each level. So a sensor detecting from that point downwards. And if the lift is in that point downwards, then I know that I need to be calling it to come up. If it's not in that point downwards, then I need to call it from down. That might be a way of doing it. But can a sensor detect this? It's a large ship, isn't it? But it's another grid though, it's a separate grid, so it should be able to detect a separate grid. But then can a sensor go this far? I don't think it can it?
Yeah. Oh, top to bottom.
But then again, even with a sensor sensing, how am I going to do the... I'm going to have to use a script. Oh no, I didn't want to do a script. I do enough scripts every day for work. I don't want to do another one while I'm enjoying myself.
To land on the ones that we were going to do before.
Right, there's got to be a way of doing this. How can we know whether to use the up remote or the down remote by pressing a button? I need a value to be stored somewhere, I guess, a bit like a script.
Joshua says you could do something like have all the GPS for remote. 2 timers, 1 for weight and 1 for
That was my original idea. I was just going to make it go up and down constantly, go between them all. The problem with that, though, saying that, I've just come up with a solution whereby the lift will stay still if it's not being used. If someone calls it, it will carry on its trip. So I can do that. So basically, it will just keep going on a constant there and back, go up and down constantly. So it gets to the top, it will trigger one timer, which then triggers the down remote. So we'll have 1 up and 1 down remote, and it follows all the GPS coordinates. And then when I call, say for example on floor 0, if it's above me, it will head down, going past all the stops, but it won't stop. Like, well, it will stop at each one, won't it?
Antonio has a thought.
No, it's a bit more complicated than I think you guys are realising, because we've got to have, go up here and show you. There's lots of solutions and each one covers a certain issue but then brings its own issue. So I'm trying to solve all issues with a solution. Now if you see here, we've got 8 remotes. So the 4 at the top are taking it up. So that one there takes you up to level 3, up to level 2, up to level 1, up to level 0 from the basement. When you're at the basement, when you're at the basement, you don't go up to 0, you don't go up to -1 because you're already there. But when you're above the basement, you can go down to -1. So you go down to -1, down to 0, down to 1. Why can't I go around that? Down to 1, down to 2. So for 3, you can't go down to 3, so you're down to 2. So that's the remotes, and they're in the direction they need to go, so they're heading towards the level they need to go to. And they have one-way autopilot set up. So they'll just keep going until they get to their destination, they'll stop, and then they'll trigger something, which will be a timer. It should be the stop timer, which will have a second delay, and then it'll stick the landing gear on to hold it where it is, and trigger doors if need be, that kind of thing.
I'm going to change my previous statement that Antonio had a thought to he had a thing. Hold me off.
So yeah, so we have to, that kind of is a thing, we have to have the remotes. So therefore, say if you're on the middle floor, like level 1, okay, you've got 2 floors above you, 2 floors beneath you. If the lift's above you, we need to trigger the one that's down. If the lift's beneath us, we need to trigger the one that's above it. And we know which one we're going to trigger, because if we're on level 1, we'll be triggering one of these 2 in the middle. They're the remote controls to take the lift to level 1. But if it's above us, it needs to trigger that one. If it's below us, it needs to trigger that one. So I need to figure out how I decide which one it's triggering. Originally, I was going to just go for 2 buttons, and you click on the one that you need to call it to you. But you don't necessarily know where the lift's going to be, and you can't rely on the user hitting the right button. So I need to make it do the decision for me. Yes, I can see you in chat. I do overthink things, but this is what I do, so I need to figure out.
Me in chat.
Of course I can see you in chat, yeah. I need to think of this. One button press needs to trigger. It's going to have to be a timer, I guess. I guess it's gonna have to be a script, isn't it? It's the only way I'm gonna get this to work. Which is really upset me now, because I don't want to do scripts. If I do a script, how can I make it as little scripts as possible? I just need a script to tell me whether it's up or down, I really don't. Let's have a look what else they can do in the remote control. There might be something there I can do. Yeah, let's go for the remotes. Remote up 3. Okay, control for custom data. That's used for scripts though, but I could store there whether it's active. That's it. I turn them off. I turn the remote off when I go past it, and then when you press the button, it calls both the up and the down, and then whichever one's on will be the one that gets called. God, this is complicated, but it will work. Okay, are you following me here?
Somewhat.
I think I hang on. Can you turn the remote control off?
Well, it's an action.
You're joking me. Can you turn it off? There's no block off, is there? Basically, the button that calls the lift will trigger both the remote controls, up and down, and it will set the one that's the one that won't be the one you need will be off because it would have turned it off when it passed another point somewhere. Basically, the level 1, if it goes past level 1, it will switch to 2, one off, one on, as it passes. As long as you set it right the first time, if it passes to level 1, it will flip one on, one off. When you call it, always come back to you. That will work if you can turn remote controls on or off, which looks like I can't. So I may need to double up my timers and switch timers on and off.
Are you thinking similar principle to when you did your the suspension lowering?
Yeah.
You had them both turned on and you toggled it on and off.
Yeah, that's kind of thing. That's right. Yeah.
I'm with you now. You got a couple of people in chat and
yeah, Macaz, the sensor idea I did think about, but the range of the sensors could be a problem. I don't think it will stretch the length of the tower, and then there's the issue of sensing the lift. It's a separate block, which is right, but even if a sensor can sense the lift, how is it going to trigger anything or make a button choose what it's going to do? I still end up coming back to a script really. But yeah, I think I've got this sussed. The only problem is the remote controls, you can't turn on or off by the looks of things. But let's have a think about this.
Dark Dragon says hello.
Oh yeah, Dark Dragon, hello Dark Dragon. Welcome to the stream again, mate. Glad you could join us again.
He's deep in thought.
I am very deep in
attention.
thought. There's no on-off button for a remote control, but I could turn a timer block on or off. The problem with that is, I believe, if I remember rightly, you can start a timer when it's off, and then you can give it like a year if you wanted to. Turn that timer on, it will trigger because it remembers it was triggered when it was off. If it does that, this won't work. Let's go have a little experiment. Let's go and see if that works or not.
Taz says it's a lack of logic block and or no and etc. So.
Yeah, don't overcomplicate it. I've got my head on this, trust me. I've kind of sussed this now, I think. Right, we've got a timer block. Okay, and this timer block, this is a test by the way, this is nothing to do with the build, this is to test my concept. That timer block is going to control that light. Okay, that's on at the moment. And
I agree with Antonio.
What's that?
When you finish with the lift, you have to put a speaker with some good elevator music.
Yeah, you know what? I actually did an automated monorail. Similar principle to this. It goes up and down a line and stopping at each station. The doors open, it sits there for so long, and the doors close, and it carries on to the next place. And I actually put that classical. It was a classical music. I can't remember what it's called. A particular score that I put in. I had it playing on it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so funny. It was like it was the music from the Space Odyssey film.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Where's my button panel? I need to use 2 buttons. It's not there. Where are you? Okay. Right, what I'm going to do, let me quickly set it up before I explain because I'm going to forget what I'm doing otherwise. Right, let's put the panel so we can stand in front of it and see what's going on. Okay, this is to prove a concept, okay? So, let's access... Let's me. Come on, stand right in front of you. Okay, the timer. Timer block 12. Timer block test. Alright, okay. And then let's go to the interior light. And that's
Gabe
also
says hello.
test. Good ball, hello. I'm toggling that light off. There we go. And now I've got the button panel which I'm standing at. Okay, so the first thing, button number 1 is going to turn the timer block on or off. So I'm going to toggle the block on or off. And this one here, let's just fix some blanks in a second. Okay, the last one is going to start. But you know what? Look at that. Let's trigger and then start. I want to see if they're the same. So we've got trigger and we've got start. Get rid of that. Okay, so that turns it on and off. That triggers. That starts. Okay, that's that sorted. Now what we're going to go do is go to the timer. Timer block itself. We'll do the actual. We'll do a delay 0 basically. We won't have it silent. We'll hear it run. The action it's going to do is. There it was. Yeah. There he was. It's going to toggle the block on or off. If you see it like go on or off, we know it's been activated. Cool. So basically, the timer's on right now. So if I trigger it now, you see. Oh, turn this off. If I trigger it now, the light should come on. There. Trigger it now, the light will come on. Trigger it again, the light will go off. See? If I do start now, it will do the same thing but with a second delay. That works. Okay, so what I want to be able to do is have 2 timer blocks. Well, it's going to have to be 3 timer blocks because 1 timer block will take the command from 1 button, and that button will then. That button commands the trigger timer block to trigger 2 timer blocks because you can only do 2 out with a timer block as an adapter, so to speak. The 2 timer blocks will be, one will be turned off, one will be turned on. It will just toggle between the 2. So as long as you start one off, one on, if you toggle both, they'll both switch, they'll swap positions. So that can work. Okay. So I'm basically going to toggle this one off. That's now off. This is red. If I now trigger the block, obviously it's not working because it's off. But I've got a feeling if I turn it on, it will turn the light on. It didn't. Good. Okay, so I know that trigger works. Trigger will work for what I want. Just check to see if the concept works with the start, because it had a thing where it remembered it would hit. I've hit start. Now if I turn it on, see the light came on. So I was right. So if you use start, it remembers it's been hit. As long as I only do the trigger now rather than start when I hit both the blocks, it will work. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Really?
No.
Okay. Basically,
Obviously you know what you're on about.
If you trigger, there's 2 ways of making the timer block work. If you do trigger, it fires it straight away without the time setting. Because you've got a time setting of 10 seconds. If you trigger, it ignores the 10 seconds and it just does whatever the time block's set to do. In this instance, is to toggle the light, yeah? If you do start timer block, it does the 10-second delay. I've only got a second delay here. If you turn a timer block off, obviously you can't trigger it or start it. But if you do the start, the game remembers that you've hit start. So the next time you turn the timer on, it then continues to do that start that you pressed previously. Make sense? But if you do a trigger, it doesn't remember a trigger. So gladly, that's the way around it. Put a sensor on each floor to detect where is elevator, then use that sensor to trigger a timer block that will prevent the same floor remote control be active when you call it elevator. That's kind of what I'm doing, yeah, but I had an idea just how to do it without sensors, and I can't think what it was. Excuse my squeaky chair. That is a squeaky chair, by the way. But yeah, so the important thing is to trigger both the timers. So if the timer's off and I'm using a little trick, then I need to make sure I use trigger, not start. Okay, so I've sussed out how to call the right one. I don't need a sensor. I don't need a sensor. I don't need to. Hello, squeaky chair. Yeah, so I don't actually need a sensor at all. I can just get away with the timers. So I need 3 timers per level, don't I?
Oh.
Yep. And then I've got the issue still of communicating with the lift from here.
You need 15 timer blocks.
I also have 5 floors and a button with only 4 buttons on, so I need to figure that one out as well. I suppose. No, the buttons can't really change what they are, can they? The floor you're at gets replaced on the panel, so they could all move along, couldn't they, as you choose them? Say if you're on floor 1, the first 2 buttons would be -1 and 0, and the next ones would be 2 and 3. Then when you hit one, it would change what the buttons are. I don't believe you can do that at all, can you? Without a script. So that was not good.
Yeah.
Okay, I've solved the issue now of the floors and how to get to them and choose them and go the right direction. That's not a problem. Problem is triggering the right timer block from a button not on the same grid. Josh, did you say you found a script that could do that?
Possible. Yeah.
Do you know what a script is? So I'm going to have a quick look. Hopefully it's a nice and easy, quick and easy one just to bung on so I can then just do it. It's quite a bit of setting up here, you see, and I'm kind of dreading it a little bit. But I mean, 15 timers, I suppose it makes sense to put the timers on here. Let's do that. Let's get the timers on here. So, 1, 2, 3, it's going to be that side. I'll have to get them. What was that? 2 scripts, 1 sending, 1 receiving. Yeah, that would work, wouldn't it? So I have a computer on here, receiving, because the button's always going to send. They're never going to have to receive. Although the LCD display that I wanted to do on each level would have to be received. So if I wanted to do that, that would be an extra set of sending the other way. So I'm going to have 4 scripts if I want that. But 2 scripts for this to work. Okay, I'm going to get this working without actually using the buttons on the levels yet. Although I'm going to... Yeah, okay, so I'm going to need 15 timers plus a timer for a programmable block. So I need 16 timers. Let's put them underneath, I think. Let's get this done. I've got all these ideas now. I need to put them into place. It solves any problems out there. Let's figure this one out. Okay, so then tee off. 1, 2. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then 16th. So that's all the timers we're going to need, and they're pretty much out of the way. Okay. I'm going to set up all the timers now, I think, because that would just be the easy bit out of the way and done with. Well, not easy bit, but lift.
It'd help.
Timers. First timer. Let's start from the floor. So we've got timer block level -1. This is the one that's going to be for up, I think. -1 down. 0 up, 0 down, 1 up, 1 down. Okay, I think I got me on this. 3 up. Hang on. 3 down. Okay, and then I should have 4 at, hang on, did 3 per level, it should be 15. 1, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left over. Have I got 6 left over? I did 16, didn't I? I needed 16 though. 15. There's 5 levels. Oh, actually, I don't need. Or do I? Oh, I've got to think about this now because the up. There's an up remote, but there's not a down to 3, is there? So 3 down. Yeah, I don't need some of these. This is confusing again. So I basically need the same number as I did the remotes, 8, plus 1 activation, 1 for each level. In fact, I'm not even going to need that because the top and bottom ones I'm not going to need the extra timer block for.
You just need 1. Basically up.
I need 11 time blocks, 12 in total. Let's go and delete a couple. I need 12 in total. I think I've got this on correctly in my head. So I've placed 16. If I get rid of these last 4 I put on, I'll have 12, and I'll go through and rename them again, make sure they're all correct. Yeah, because the bottom's not going to need a down, is it? And the top's not going to need an up.
No.
And therefore
No.
I'm not going to need the timer that's going to trigger it. I'm not even going to need to turn it on or off. It's always going to be down or up. So level 3 is always going to be cool and lift up, and -1 is always going to be cool and lift down. So I haven't got to worry about that one at all. So that makes that a little easier. Okay, so timers. Let's have a look again. So if we're at the very bottom, -1, we're going to be calling it down, but we're not going to be calling it up. So that's a spare 1. So -1 down, that's correct. 0 up or down, that's correct. 1 up or down, that's correct. 2 up or down, that's correct. 3 up, yes. 3 down, no. I think I've got rid of that one anyway. Alright, 3 down there. 3 down is never going to be needed. That's a spare number 2. Okay, let's redo that. It might organise them for me. No, it didn't. 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay, that's this. So I've got spare 1, 11, 12, and spare 2. Okay, so spare 1 and spare 2. 2, 3, 4. I think I might have done this wrong again. 1 second. No, 3 of them. One of them's a timer block, so that can just be the timer for the programmable. Timer block. Program. Yeah, programmable, that'll do. So that'll be the one that's down to a second. Stickers all on as well, I made it. So that's the programmable, that's the one that does any scripts we'll have running. And then I'm left with 3 left, which will be for levels 0, 1, and 2. And that's to trigger both of them. So, timer block. I said 0, 1, and 2 tonight. 0. Trigger. 1 trigger, and that one will be 2 trigger. Okay, let's relist those. Should put them in a better order. There we go. Okay, if you're keeping up with me, well done. What level am I at right now? I'm at. Oh, it's no good. It doesn't matter because these are just gonna. I have to configure it later, but for now I'll do the triggers.
Yeah, for.
No, I'm at level 2, aren't I? I've got one above me, which is level 3. So block 0 trigger. When it's triggered, the actions will be to block 0 down, toggle block on off, and 0 up, toggle block on and off. The idea is that one of these will be off, one of them will be on. So when this timer gets triggered, that will switch to off and that will switch to on if it's opposite. If that makes sense, so it will flip the two.
Yeah.
Making sense? I do this kind of stuff all the time, but not in a game. Oh, I'm alright. What did I do first down? Okay, so 1 down, toggle block, 1 up.
Beardie.
Yeah.
Antonio has a question. Have you already ideas about the 3v3 survival competition from Trent? The competitive survival.
Competitive survival? What's the 3v3v3?
It's what Trent was on about in his stream earlier. Basically doing it so you have 2 people here. Trent has 2 people with him. And that other guy has 2 people with him.
Phoenix.
That's
a logistical nightmare. That's 9 people trying to get on at once. The problem is Trent likes to play all at separate times, but that's
the thing. It's because of the way he's doing it. It's going to be online all the time.
Yeah.
So you can come and go when you want. So in a way, it works out because you could theoretically have something done all the way through the day.
Yeah.
And you know, he was like asking if this is how it's going to go. Who would be interested in joining?
And whose teams?
And whose teams? And he set up a forum, is it? Or a discussion on Steam? See where people get.
Okay, good enough.
So he's got one for you, one for him, and one for Phoenix. And
I think it's going to be more of a 3 versus 3. It's going to be 3 versus 3.
Will end up. Yeah. Which isn't a bad thing. At least then you know you'll probably get a bit more work done in a day than you would on your own.
Yeah.
So. Antonio signed in for Mars too, but shh.
That would be my team then, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah. Antonio's Tozuo 99, is it?
Tozuo 99?
Yeah. I think it's him. The only person that's said Mars is cool too, though.
I'm gonna put this on. I forgot about putting these back on, didn't I?
You didn't forget. You couldn't put them on.
Couldn't do it, yeah. And I forgot to put them on once I sort the lift out. That's awesome. Cool. All done now. Why wasn't it? Right. So, I've got the timers sort of sorted out. I still need to get these GPSs right though. So. Okay, what was I doing? I've placed the marker, haven't I? I need to go up to it. And I couldn't get it to move. Is that what it was? I can't remember now. Who was I before I realised that I had to stick out these timers? I've just placed that GPS, haven't I, above there. There you go. So I need to go down a little bit and then bring it back up. See if that works. I better reset the... Oh, that's right, I was triggering it. That was right. I need to trigger it, don't I? So, the trigger is going to be level 2. Oh boy, this is complicated. Headache time. I need to trigger the up remote. So, I need the up timer, and then I'll trigger that. So, block 2 up, that one there. Set up actions, and that's going to trigger the control to up to, I mean. So that's going to, you know what, I'm going to reset. Oh, hang on, you can't reset. Oh, that's a pain in the backside. We need to reset the what's it doing that? Come on. How can I reset? I'm trying to scroll and I can't. Try again. So control up to do. Control thrusters on off wheels, handbrake, inertia dampener, show horizontal altitude, main. It's going to have to be autopilot on, but I wanted to reset the waypoint. Forward, backward. I can swap the direction. No plodding
You
way.
can get rid of a. I mean, you can get rid of a.
I can get rid of 3 directional blocks, then can't I?
So
Because
just get
the
rid of
timer
one facing
can
down.
select which one it needs to be. Could do that, and that would mean I wouldn't have the problem with the. Okay, that's gonna make it easier. It's only 5 GPS points then, isn't it? Okay, let's go change that. Oh, we're finding things as we go. But it's I shouldn't have to worry about resetting the waypoint though, because even going forwards or backwards to the same waypoint. In theory.
Yeah, you
Anyway.
basically click a button, and it goes to that waypoint.
Hmm.
So you click the button for waypoint 5, it should go to 5.
Yeah. And the timers that I've just
on every
set up will tell it which one, whether it's to go forward or backwards to it.
Yes. Could do, yeah. That'll make it easy for doing the coordinates as well.
You know what? This has been a very interesting stream so far. I've picked up a lot on this game that I hadn't even thought about, or even, well, I wouldn't say known. I kind of known some of it, but just hadn't thought about it.
Well, would you though?
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to remotes again. 0, 1, 2, 3, and this is the -1. So remote control up -1. It doesn't need to be called up anymore, does it? -1. But you know what? 2 floor. That makes more sense. Doesn't it? That helps explain it a little bit better. What? Did I really just paste that?
Hey, I'm gonna restart my computer real quick.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
TeamSpeak will drop for a split second.
Mm-hmm.
Do floor 0. Do floor 1. 2, 4, 3. So they're all going to be forwards for up, backwards for down. That'll make it easier. That is much better. Okay. Which now means actually that the level and the timer for the landing gear is going to have to be more accurate now, because the approach and slow down is an issue. Let's give that a quick try though. Level 2. Go to level 2. Okay, so the timer. Block 2 up. That one. The action. So if we're going up to it, we want to be going forward. So therefore, remote control for floor 2 is going to be set to forward. And then autopilot on. And I guess we should also turn off the landing gear. Do it at the same time. Unlock. Yep. When it gets to its location. Remote floor 2. Whenever it gets to its location, regardless of where it comes from, she'll turn the landing gear lock.
Back.
Okay. Good. Welcome back. Reset waypoint. Okay. So it's a one-way mode only. Direction currently is forward. Let's do that to backward. And then we'll see that swap when we go down, won't we? Okay. So roll. The wheels are moving, but the landing gear on, so let's turn landing gear off. So we're going backwards, which is down.
Antonio's got to go.
Catch you later, Antonio. Hopefully see you later, mate. We're doing a build-off later tonight, so if you can join us then, that'd be great. The wheels are slipping.
His words were "Have a nice day, night." I don't know.
Day, night, I don't know. Don't see steering wheels, they're actually slipping. I think we could get better traction from them. Right.
Yeah.
I wonder if it is the wheels that they've actually done changes to.
Maybe
a little bit more traction there. Let's have a look. Oh, it's still slipping.
What about a bit more friction?
That's as high as it can go, I believe.
No, it's not. It was up 25%.
Oh my! How has that happened? That must be the update then. That might be why it's slipping. Oh, it's still doing it. That is strange. Lift wheels. Is that all of them? It is. Lift wheels.
Joshua says dampening.
No, dampening is to do with the shocks. I need to have a little bit, otherwise we could end up with breakages. Like, you know what? I will turn up a little bit. Let's do a little. I don't want 100% because I don't want it to be going all funny. 5.
You
see, it's still spinning anyway, so it's alright though. Okay, let's trigger that remote. I know it's a time we want to trigger, isn't it? So we're doing it correctly. So the timer block for 2 up. That's correct, isn't it? So let's trigger that now. Okay, that was not good. Up actions. Gonna control forward. Turn autopilot on. Okay, I've got a feeling this could be something to do with putting all the actions in one go.
Yeah, you might need more time.
Does this say forward now? It does, so that worked. It's this whole reset waypoint that bothers me. So it was trying to choose a direction as well as tell it where to go, which I think might be the problem. I'm going to have to double up on timers, aren't I?
Possibly, yeah.
Well, actually, no, only one extra timer, because that'll be the one that tells it to turn on. Don't need that doubled up, do I?
What, use the same timer for all of them?
No, I did one for each level, wouldn't I? So I'm going to have to add 5 timers. Add 5 timers. Do that. 1. That wouldn't be symmetrical. 6 then. So it is symmetrical. We're going to find a need for another one. Whether it be lights or something, I don't know. Right. Feels a bit moving because I've not locked landing gear. I was saying that, are the landing gears all off? Maybe that was why it wasn't moving. Yeah, they're good. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's a timer issue though anyway. Okay, it just adds more complications, but we'll get there. So, we've got 17, 18, okay, so timer block. Why did you say blocks? That's weird. So this is going to be the activation for each level. So we'll call it -1 start. That'll be it. 0 start. 1 start. 2 start. Restart. Timer block. Spare. Okay, so number 2 start. We'll have delay of a second. Make them all silent. anyway. Cool. Another 2 start, 1 second, set up actions, and that'll just literally go to remote control for floor 2, and that will be autopilot on. Okay, which then means number 2 trigger, number 2 up, the one we're using. This is confusing, but it's going to work.
Zeron says hello.
Hello Zeron, welcome back to the stream, mate. Glad you could join us. So that's forward. Landing gear should really second, but I think it's safe. Unlock. A bit risky leaving unlocking landing gear for a second, but that'll do. And then we want timer block to start. We'll trigger that. No, start. We don't want to trigger it now because that would be a nightmare. Okay, if that's the case, what I should be able to do is go to the lift landing gears and lock them on. They're on, good. So now if I trigger the timer block for 2 up, start it. Yay! There we go. See? There's method to my madness. Just a shame about the speed that we're going up. It's a bit weird.
Right, I have to up the speed a little bit then.
Yeah, but it'll annoyingly go too fast down probably. It goes fast when I put the thing down. I wonder if the wheels are slipping.
Yeah, but you've got... I think I got separate remotes anymore, have you?
Yeah, the wheels are turning. They're not slipping. I have to change. I wonder if these wheel speeds then. That would make sense actually.
Have they been changed as well?
The thing is, it's picking up speed now.
If they've changed the wheels in some way in the update, they might reset that.
32. That should now go in twice as fast, but it's not.
Joshua says remote speed limit.
Just keep doing that. Hello, minus. Look, high dot offset -1 centimeters meters. That's more than normal, isn't it?
Centimetre to a metre.
A lot more than usual.
1.5 metre to centimetres. Is that right?
Oh, it's moving anyway. It might just be the remote controller setting I might have to change. Walk around the lift and I'm not juddering anywhere. The lift's moving smoothly. Okay, see where it stops.
Zeron's asking how you are.
I'm good, thank you, Beardie.
Zeron.
You called me Beardie, Mr. Beardie.
I know he did. I ignored that part. I was being nice. Yeah, bloody.
He calls me something different every time. Okay, that wasn't too bad for distance. It's a little off. Coming down's the issue. It's probably going to shoot past it. But for now, I'll leave that. I can fine tune the GPS once we've got it working a bit better.
Now Joshua's asking to put a ship on.
He's asking for trouble. That's what he's asking for.
I think he is as well.
Okay, we know we can go up to level 3, so let's add that setup somehow. So first of all, we've got timer 2 trigger. Did I actually do anything on that? I did. Let's do all the triggers while we're here. Unblock 0 trigger. There isn't a -1 trigger, is there? Or a 3 trigger? No, good. Set up actions. Oh, I've already done it, haven't I? Did all the triggers. That's good. Cool.
Yeah, he's on about when you do your live test, you've got to put a ship on.
Well, you know what? Whilst we're here, Okay, how do you fly this thing?
The bar has a question.
Pass. Go for it. Stupid question. Problem if I use a lot of connection. I mean, my whole cargo is refineries mode. If you use too many connectors on connecting one grid to another, yeah, you're gonna get problems. Right, I've got a feeling I'm gonna have to turn on the landing gear and turn everything else off, including the gyros. Alright, it wasn't a gyro. Where's the gyros? What person didn't put a gyro on off button on their hotbar? Did they not know the dangers of gyros? Trent. You hearing me, Trent? Like a glove. Yes, that's right, Greenstar, like a glove. That is awesome.
He's not hearing.
He's not hearing.
No, little Dan.
Yeah, if I turn the power off, I'm good, Josh. But these Space Engineers, they're probably still on. I think he's got gyros. He should have gyros though.
He will have.
Right, so yeah, we're on the lift. I'll leave the doors open, might as well. Let's get the call button set up for level 3. So timer, it's not a timer free trigger, it's just a free start and a free up. So the free up needs to be.
Bruce is asking if pressing R does pressing R not work?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I've not used it before. What one am I
Joshua
on?
says, I think you mean Y.
Possibly.
Where
Why?
someone's
Because you want to.
Z.
Okay, so timer block free start. Oh, that's the second one. Right, okay, so number 3 up, set up actions. First of all, it would change the number 3 remote control to forward, which you shouldn't have to do actually, because it will always be on forward. But just for sakes of keeping my head in the right place. And then timer block 3 up. 3 up. Start. Oh, they're saying that. Forward and then landing gear, isn't it? That's another reason. So unlock landing gear and then go for 3 up. Start now. I'm on 3 up now. 3 start. Start. And then go to 3 start. Bring that right down. Up actions. And that should be remote control to floor 3. Autopilot on. Okay. So if I now click. Fishy fried 2 PSUs in like a month. Doesn't sound good. Right, so up, start. Oh, yep. Landing gear went off, you saw it drop a little, then it went up. That was quite realistic in a way, I suppose. But it's carrying it, no problem. And it's going at decent speed as well.
Looks good.
Doesn't it?
I'm not sure what Xeron's on about. Is this stream music?
It is stream music. Oh, you mean is the music worthy of stream music? As in that kind of. Oh, I think we hit the ceiling here. I forgot about that one.
Not quite sure. You might go on about that one in a second.
Yeah, I think we've hit this top again, haven't we? We keep doing that. We need to adjust this GPS, but for now, it'll do. That lines up quite nice, but we'll drop it down a little bit. Okay, so that's the up value. So let's get the down values now.
Do you even lift, bro?
Do you even lift, bro?
Brewster.
Okay, so timer 2 down we need to get onto now. We can go through these in order as we go to it, and that's pretty cool. 2 down. Set up the action. First of all, we need to change the direction of the number 2 remote, that one there, to backwards. And then we turn off the landing gear. Not turn off, unlock. and then we trigger the block to start. It's not too bad actually once you get into it. And now block 2 start, which should already be set up anyway. Yeah, there you go.
It says it's because he hears your music a lot. I'm guessing from other people as well. It's free to use, so that's why probably.
Yeah, it's free stuff.
So you'll probably hear a lot of the same all over.
So, I'm trying to read this. Greaser, I like it though, it has a nice shape inside, props working out the glitches. Are you talking about getting the lift working? Cool.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Okay, so down, we're going to start that. Let's see if it starts taking us down to level 2. Oh yeah, look at that. My stomach actually rose in my body slightly then as it went down. It had that kind of jerk feel, even though I'm actually in it. It's weird. I love how the walls are really flush at certain points. I have to fill them in to make it better. We have windows anyway, glass windows at other points. On this section, we'll make that flush. Okay, let's see where it stops this time, because the GPS point I think is going to make it a different stopping point at each level. Going really slow at this point. It must be damage blocks. It goes fast at the top, but here it's slow.
It does get really slow there.
Pretty sure it's damage blocks, yeah. Can't see him. Something weird's happening here. It stops too high here now. So I do literally need to put the GPS point spot on centre, and then it'll be either just below or just above. But saying that the ramp still helps anyway, so that's cool.
Bruce is asking if you've got thrusters below the lift. There are 2, is there? Large?
Yeah, we've got 2 large atmospherics, yeah.
It's mostly for going down, if anything.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do something pretty cool here.
Drop too fast.
Yeah.
You're going to watch it go up, are you?
Yeah. Or down. I have to put so much thought into this every time I do it, just to be sure.
What do you mean? You press the right button?
Yeah. Just taking the landing gear off, it starts to go. I'm doing that manually, by the way. That's a reason why we need to have doors at each one closed before it moves. That's another reason for time blocks. We have the doors closed.
What, at the same time as it moves?
Yeah.
Would you use that on the sensor then? On the actual outside?
No, I'd have it, the timer, when it arrives, the doors will open. When you hit the trigger to start it, the doors will close, and then it'll move. By the time it's taken the landing gear off and start moving, the doors will be closed. Or just make the timer up by a second or 2 more, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's now there. I can't see where the damaged blocks are. Ones it runs down, they're not damaged. Look, no, obviously. Let's have a look.
Brewster says they might be trying to counteract the downward movement. Possibly.
The thrusters should be working. Actually, the remote control might not have thrusters enabled on all of them, might they? You might be on something there.
Possibly.
Let's check all the remotes and make sure they all have control of the thrusters.
Darren's asking what's your favourite mod?
What's my favourite mod? It might have to be the boarding ramp, I think, for now, because it used to be the half block, but we've got that now.
Oh yeah.
The boarding ramp, I think, is probably the one I use more than anything. Oh, and the real night thingy, Space Just Got Real thing. That's good. I wouldn't really call it a mod though, that's the thing.
No, it's not really. Don't really do it to the actual game, it just makes it nicer.
Well, speed limits, I believe, are all the same. They're all what they should be at. which is speed limit of, well, it's 3.5. I'm going to change that to, I'll leave it at 3.5 because I want to overshoot the GPS too far. Precision mode, collision avoidance, autopilot, main remote, control thrusters, control wheels, inertial dampeners. Don't want to show that. Okay, that should have fixed all of them. Now let's call it to this level. Obviously we haven't got so time block 2 up. Start.
Dominic says hello, Beardie.
Oh yeah, Dominic. Welcome to the stream again, mate. Here comes the lift. We've called it to level 2. Obviously these doors will be closed, and then when it stops the doors will open and you'll see your lift there. There'll be no access to the elevator shaft.
Zerum's favourite mod is the control console mod pack.
Look at that. And now, because the stopped quite a bit lower actually, so where that is, that's actually probably the right place then, because it's a bit too low or a bit too high. So I think that's a good average. Right. Yeah.
What's it like on top?
Coming down, we just tried it already. The very top, we need to bring it
the
level
top,
3.
Top of the elevator.
Up here, you mean?
Gap on there,
it should be the same. It's actually done it perfect. Look, this is actually the level. It's actually perfect going up. It's going down, it stops too early.
I'd leave it as then.
So I'm happy with that. So level 2's done. I might rig the doors up with it now, seeing as these are the first doors we've actually got in place. It's tempting to put doors on the actual lift, actually, isn't it? It kind of makes sense.
Please, Roofster, don't give him an idea.
A turntable in a lift. That would be easily able to be done, that would. And it's not a bad idea, actually. But I'm not going to.
What did I just say?
But you know what, I just put an advanced rotor in the middle, extend it slightly, put catwalks on it, and there you go. Catwalk turns it around. You know, I'm actually going to do that now, you know, don't you? Get rid of catwalks, right, Rooster? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. I'm actually going to do it. Not now, I'm going to do it towards the end. Be a finishing touch.
The only problem with catwalks is there isn't like a corner catwalk.
There is a corner catwalk, not a round one. But I'll just make it like a square that fits within this bit here. As long as it passes that, then it will make it past this as well.
Yeah.
Yep, see? Nice one, we'll do that.
What do you do, Groovester?
He's learned from you,
I'm trying not to give him these ideas. Yes. I'm trying not to give you the ideas, that's the problem. Get you into enough trouble.
I need to do something that I've just seen. Oh, I can't because that block's there. Okay, I won't do that then. No idea.
Zero's got to go, his phone's going to die. I'll talk to you later.
Alright, Zero, no worries. Catch you later. See if you can get on later, mate. We've got 2 more streams to go. In fact, we should be starting the second stream in 5 minutes. Solo Survival. Which I don't want to do. I'm enjoying this too much. Oh, I should do though, because I actually did enjoy the Solo Survival last week as well, so that's still going to be good. There's plenty more to do on this. We could probably get onto this tomorrow again early, maybe.
Yeah.
5 minutes. Let's quickly rig these doors up. Come on, got to be done, hasn't it? Saying that though, I need to know what door I want. That's gonna. No, I'll leave it. Whichever button called the lift. Whichever button called the lift will turn the doors on so that they'll open when they come up. So yeah, I can make it open and close the doors. That's all right. And then the on-off will override that.
Oh, also, it's probably an easier way to actually redo all them doors. Delete them and then start again. Do the doors you're doing, then name them.
Yeah.
Probably quicker.
Or the... Hang on. It's not on there,
Otherwise
is it?
you have to show them all, unfortunately.
Oh, I can't. I can't anyway because it's not on the lift. I need to do those scripts for that. So I have to say that when we get the script working.
Just do it with a sensor then, and have it to trigger so many seconds after.
No, I'd rather do it the way I'm doing it. No, that's half. I'm doing so much effort in getting this perfect. I'm not going to do anything half-heartedly. I'm going to do it proper. I'm going to get them scripts to communicate between the lift and the base, and everything's going to be timed to perfection. I'm loving this lift too much. It's the best lift I've ever done, the biggest building I've ever done. It needs a lift that works properly. I'm even going as far as having LCD screens. I have an LCD screen up here somewhere that tells you if the lift's on its way to you when you've called it and what floor it's at. I'm doing that.
Yeah, Groovester did say you have to get it to say ding when it.
I'll do that. I'll put a sound block and make it go ding. Yeah, that's no problem. Ding.
You said it earlier. That's why I chuckled at earlier.
Okay, we'll definitely do that. Alright, let's do that. We need a screenshot, so let's go for this. Done. Right guys, I'm going to save right there. I'm going to move on to my second stream now, which is a solo survival, which I do weekly on Thursdays at 8 o'clock GMT, which is pretty much coming to right now, about 3 minutes away. So I'm going to, as quickly as I can, stop this stream and restart it as quick as YouTube will let me. So if you guys hang around, it should keep you in.
Yes.
If not, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and it will let you know as soon as it starts again.
It will keep you in here. It'll
should
just refresh when you're relive.
Good. Okay guys, thanks very much for joining us on this stream. I've really enjoyed this one. It's only like been an hour and a bit, but I've actually really enjoyed this one. We've got a lot done actually. I'm really happy with what we've done. But yeah, it's really cool. Thanks guys for joining us. Please do stay on for the next stream. It's another 2-hour stream. Solo Survival, episode 6 or 7 I think I'm on now. But yeah, catch you on that stream in the next few minutes. See you then. Cheers, bye.